Last week I was talking to my students after we'd found out that we're coming back to school. There's always a silver lining, no matter how bad things seem or what has happened to us. So I asked them to tell us about at least one positive thing that has come about from this pandemic, from being quarantined, from not being able to go to school or even step out of the house for an entire year. And here's what they said.
One positive thing I learned from this quarantine was that it's okay to do things on your own, and needing time for yourself is not always a bad thing.
During the year of being in quarantine, one of the positive things that I have experienced was that I was able to take care of myself more. I was able to sort some thoughts out. I was able to refresh my mind over the year and relax more.
So it's been about a year since quarantine started, and one positive change that happened about me during this whole year of quarantine was that I've started to work out more since I've got pretty much nothing else to do during this whole thing, and actually lost quite a bit of weight because of it.
One of the positive things that came out of quarantine for me was that I learned how to cook more things and I improved my baking. One of the things that I learned to cook was a grilled cheese, so now I know how to make those. And I successfully made cupcakes and banana bread. Now, it may not taste like a gourmet chef made them, but I didn't burn the house down, so I call that a success.
After 1 year of being out of school and being in quarantine, one positive thing I could say about the experience is that I have more me time. I have more time to understand and learn things about myself that I never would have known before. I have more time to grow as an individual and more time to reflect on the lessons I've learned.
After being in quarantine for a year, I have learned a lot more about making money and managing it. Before quarantine, I would blow all my money on food, games, jewelry, and clothes. I have now learned a lot about stocks, trading currencies, and only taking a percentage of my money out to buy the things I want.
One good thing that has come out of quarantine is I've been able to spend a lot more time with my family, because after my mom lost her job, we were able to spend a lot more time together, and I was also able to spend a lot more time with myself, no matter how annoying that may sound.
One thing that has positively affected me during the quarantine is getting closer to my family and us just talking more as a family.
So something that many of us struggle with throughout the pandemic is the emotional struggle, like trying to stay positive. But some things that have kept me up on my feet are building a stronger relationship with my family. I've gotten closer to them as we've been able to stick together through this pandemic, as well as I met my boyfriend. We've been together for a minute now, and things are going strong. And I also got into my top college, or one of them. I accepted to Sacramento State, and I'm in the works of doing all the stuff to attend in the fall. And those are just the things that have been kind of the highlight of the pandemic for me. So I'm really happy for those things that I've been blessed to experience.
One thing that COVID's done for me is it allowed me to get better grades than I usually would get.
One positive thing that I feel came out of this quarantine was probably the fact that I was able to work on my body. As an athlete, you want to get bigger, faster, stronger, no matter what sport you play. The fact that I was able to get more sleep, eat more, get my nutrients in while working and, pushing my limit, I feel like that was a positive.
Ever since the beginning of quarantine, I have spent a lot more time with my family. We have done a lot more activities together. Even though we've had to stay indoors, we've spent a lot more time with each other watching movies and playing different games. So I'm glad that quarantine has brought me and my family a lot closer.